We're back, guys. 2-for-1 MTG, Dan and Ben here, and we have a sweet black-green mid-range Pioneer deck tech for you. Go to Ben.
Hey guys, so I've been working on Black Green in Pioneer for a while, even before the bans shook up the format and made people excited about it again. I actually have that list right here. That's not what we're going to be playing, but there I was trying out some Necromentia against the Mirror Inverter, which was just a real struggle for this deck to beat. In any case, here's where we're at today. I'm pretty confident on a lot of things in this deck. I like the high land count with the minor land package here in these 6 creatures. I like a lot of the card choices. There are a few things that are a little more experimental right now, but this deck can really, really grind out games and also keeps pace pretty well with the faster decks in its removal suite with these abrupt decays and these 3 fatal push and 5 discard spells main deck. Got an extra one in the sideboard here, and just general good curve. Some of the more experimental things right now are this Skylasher for one. I'm really not sure about this one, but I've been struggling against spirits and their general ability to protect their creatures from my removal, even though I can overload on removal against them. I just think that this might be good against them, and the uncounterable is actually really good against them right now. Because yes, they have Spell Queller, which gets around that, but they also rely a lot on Lofty Denial at this point in time. Um, Other than that, everything else is actually fairly stock. I'm trying to Scrabbling Claws. I think one of the places that people will go into the format after all these bans is more graveyard decks. I've always had the full 4 Scavenging Ooze and the 75 and stuff like that. Chevil's another one that's kind of, I think other people would look at it as experimental, but I've had it in for a long time and I'm really happy with the one. It can really grind out games, gain some life, and be helpful in that situation. I'm not going to go over every single card choice in the deck. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and we will definitely respond to them. I'll be watching this video closely to see how people like it and what people thought, and if any other questions people have or suggestions they have, and I'm planning on playing some more Black Green Pioneer on this channel in the future with my buddy Dan co-piloting to help me out. I will say one more thing is a lot of people I think are going to ask about Delirium cards. I think that Delirium is better in a Sultai shell, where you can take advantage of things like Uro and Jace Vryn's Prodigy, and I have not been impressed with Black Green Delirium decks that I've tried myself and that I've seen played against me. You just end up playing worse cards to try and enable your Delirium cards, and I don't think it's worth it. So with that, let's get into a league here, shall we?
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too. I've been playing this in the 2-mans a lot, in the 2-player queue. And I've been dominating there mostly, though, and I haven't played it through a league in a long time. And the 2-player queue is both less competitive in the player skill level and the fact that there's more brews there. Um, but I still think it's a good indicator of whether a deck has potential or not, not necessarily if it's going to be a real contender in the format, but if it has potential to be. So I'm hoping this league will provide some insight and help figure out some of the more card choices. Another thing I should mention is I have not really gone up against the Niv Mizzet deck yet in the 2-player queue.
It
And
does look like it's a pretty big deck in the meta right now.
yeah, I'm expecting it to be. It was one of the top decks before, though Mono Black was aggro also was. I'm kind of wondering if that'll actually decline rather than increase because it was more.
Yorion deck.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty slow. We only got one spell we can play, and we are on the play. I like keeping 2 landers a lot if I have at least like a good early spell. this isn't really among the best, considering I don't have a removal spell to pair with it besides Vraska and kind of Pelucranos, and
With the 6-drop in hand, this looks like
yeah,
almost like a Mola 6 right away.
I'm pretty comfortable keeping 2 land hands because a lot of our 3-drops, well, we have 2 Courser and a Nissa to when we get to 3 lands to help us hit more, and we run 26 lands in deck. This I'm going to keep. And it's probably one of these 2 spells right here.
If we put away one of the 3-mana creatures, we have a nice
Nice curve, yep.
nice curve, yeah.
I can go with Nissa for that. And we're going to hope that our Courser gets us there. We have more black sources in the deck than green sources because we run 2 Castle Lockswain, but otherwise it is exactly the same. Everything's either a dual land, and we run the same amount of basics. So I'm going to play this out and then fetch Swamp or Forest, depending on what I think I will want to play on turn 3. Probably a Forest.
Steam Vents Mountain. Do you have any ideas?
Not really sure, honestly, on what that could be. A lot of people are playing. I'm just going to play the Courser out. Interesting things right now, it feels like. Okay. Yeah, it's a control deck. Should have been paying more attention to when they revealed this Yorion.
Okay.
On the top. There we go. Can't really effectively double spell unless I'm playing on Abrupt Decaying and Thought Seizing. And I'm not super worried about anything they could play. I think I might just Vraska, and I might just actually eat this.
Right, yeah, it takes 3 mana to activate that.
Yeah, and also they have Yorion, so it's not like it's going to be
Feels
dead
like a good
either
turn
way.
to try for the Vraska.
So
Okay.
Vraska is really good with Tracker in the deck, and then obviously just eating extra lands. When you have 26 lands, you flood out sometimes, and Vraska can kind of help turn those into gas.
Narset deck. That's good against Vraska drawing cards. That's a good one to Abrupt Decay.
It is. Cheville also, what they hit? Supreme Verdicts.
Hey, that's a land. It's an untap land. You could Decay, play out Liliana.
Yeah, I
That's
think
pretty
that
mana
probably is
efficient.
what I'm going to do, and then we'll plus this and not sacrifice anything yet. I've mostly been having really good records against the blue-white control decks. The ones that have been beating me are the ones that are playing Narset, but they don't always, it's not like I'm always losing to them. Oh, I forgot to plus Vraska. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Fires. Elspeth Conquers Death. It's fair. Let me land on top. Thank you. Alright, let's see what you got going on over here, opponent.
A lot of scary stuff. What does Omen of the Sun do?
It makes 1/1s and gains life.
Right.
It's for this Lukka. which I think they will probably use to get that 7 mana 2/3 that stills a permanent.
Oh yeah. So that's probably what we want to take, right?
Yeah.
And looks very good against us though.
So we're not going to get to cast this really on the next turn either. Another Elspeth Conquers Death.
So that returns the Planeswalker when it gets to the third counter.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I think
bad.
they actually were just losing this one.
For sure. There's that thing.
Yep, it's correct. To look what they have a little bit. Main deck Anchor. Still in my lands. There's not really anything we can draw at this point. This is over. Just want to see if they would do anything else.
Okay.
Not a great start. Yeah, so the control decks that have an actual plan to win, not just riding, Teferi advantage into Oblivion, are harder for us to beat actually. So we want to take out most of our creature removal because we're gonna have removal in anyways, obviously. And so even though that they want to sack a creature so they're Lukka, we'll still have removal for creatures if we want it, I think. We want this Duress, and we want this Shifting Ceratops for sure. Cheville and Cletus kind of come out when you bring out removal spells usually, but Cheville, like you can make your own. Like Cletus is sometimes good, just as a beater, not like the best beater, But and Cheville also works on planeswalkers, so we can leave that in sometimes. And we bring in our grinder cards like Argyl's Bloodfast. I think we are also going to want some more of this stuff. And then this is also uncounterable and has Flash, so that's interesting as well. This can often come in against decks that are, playing both Teferis and stuff, but I didn't see anything I super cared about from them for this.
I am looking at a list from this opponent from a few days ago. It's a Pioneer Challenge list from August 8th. It looks like they had 3 Gideon of the Trials, 4 Teferi Time Raveler, and 2 Gideon Allied Zendikar in the main deck.
Okay.
And sideboard Dream Trawlers.
The Gideon ally does make sense too. Is another way to make things. The Dream Trawlers could be a problem. Like this is a way to deal with that hexproof aspect, but not sure if we want to just have this in.
This deck has 17 Planeswalkers in it.
Okay. So going off of that, we could play this Noxious Grasp. I don't see a ton else that we really want to be getting rid of. Win all the grindy cards and all the things that. All right, we're just gonna submit like this and maybe reassess next time. This is the type of hand that I'm tempted to keep sometimes. But Abrupt Decay is not like that good. It just hits.
This looks a little bit to me like that. That 7 from the.
Well, except that we have Nissa. That so if we get one more land, we get to play Nissa, and we also have an untapped land rather than 2 tapped lands. We're gonna mulligan though. This is better.
I think this is a lot better.
We're gonna get rid of this Abrupt Decay. Unless I mulligan again. And we're gonna play a Fabled Passage. The reason we're going to do that so that if we want to, we can play this on turn 2, and then this will come in tap turn 3 to play a Courser. But oftentimes you want to try and keep these for your trackers if you can. Even when you're flooding out, I've found it's better to try and, hope to draw a tracker and then get 2 cards out of it than to thin your deck by 1 land. Solid hand. So this is the Dream Trawler we're talking about. They can discard a card to give it hexproof, and it taps. And whenever it attacks, they draw a card. That's lifelink.
Do we go after the Fires of Invention right now?
Maybe. I think so. This is also really strong. Because what if it just gets back whatever we kill?
Absolutely.
They've only got. This is also the only thing that they can cast with this hand.
Doesn't draw lands?
No. I think it's one of these enchantments. I'm just going to take the Elspeth Conqueror's Death, actually. It just is really hard for us to deal with. And it makes basically anything else we deal with come back. Okay, they played this. Wow. That's unfortunate. That's pretty good, though. It's on top. Another Courser. Alright, we're going to play the Argos of Bloodfast. Maybe not. We're just going to play this. Start beating down. Do you have any thoughts, Dan? So we could play this and then obviously not activate on our turn, but activate on their turn if we don't need to Assassin Trophy anything. We could also just, leave up Assassin Trophy and Assassin Trophy this Fires of Invention, but that'll let them do this the turn after. But then if we don't play this yet, we might be able to do something with that. I think no matter what we're doing, this is going to attack this to prevent them from getting another card out of it. And a good thing about waiting on this is that it has haste anyway.
Yeah, that's all those things you just said at the end. I thought that was better. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind just playing out the Bloodfast and not using it, and then trying to spike a land.
for like casting this is that our next turn, even if we don't hit a land, we can play this, get our forest from it, play this Nissa of Atmosphere, and get our forest from it to play Argos Bloodfast. I'm gonna play the Bloodfast.
So we hope that they just miss on land, honestly.
Well, they have another
they're
land in hand.
Okay. So it is really awkward just giving them the 5th land here because it unlocks their entire hand.
Yep.
Can they play any spells off this right now that we know of?
They're gonna have the 5th land anyway. So maybe we do just kill that. Maybe we still just save this for something. This gives them a creature as well. This is pretty hard for us to beat this deck. It's just a lot of low value targets that turn this to high value target, and we can't counter this. So
right. You could draw a card on your turn to try to get the land. So what are we trying to do here?
We can't draw on our turn unless we can kill this first.
Yeah, no, like we could do it right now.
That just
So that lets them double spell?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we're probably supposed to trophy it, but I don't see how we win this game, unfortunately.
Okay, so they're gonna get to steal something. Nissa is one of the reasons we play 4 forests in the deck. You might be able to go down to 3 basic forests if you weren't playing this Nissa Vastwood here. I was just gonna Dream Trawler. Play this plane instead of playing this Dream Trawler. That's good.
So when that thing deals damage to us, how does it read?
So it's whenever this attack draws a card, and whenever they draw a card, it gets +1/+0. So it's a 6 mana 3/5 with flying and lifelink that gets pumped by 1 power whenever they draw a card. Whenever it attacks, they draw a card, and they can discard a card to give it hexproof, and they tap it. So this will allow us to tap it down on their beginning of combat when they have to discard a card to do that. So we are going to draw this. See if we can get a free land off of Courser, because we're going to want to cast this anyway. We do get a free land off of Courser. And then we're just going to have to pass. So we can't let this start drawing them cards. So you can see how, like, I don't know, if they were just trying to, like, grind us out with this thing, we could probably deal with it, honestly. But this Lukka about to steal something is pretty rough for us. Starting Omen. And this also goes to the graveyard. We can get it back with our Lilion. Here's Lukka. Buy wall.
So if we were to recur the rider, and so I'm just wondering if we're able to kill the Dream Trawler while it's tapped. Like if they're able to do it in response if it's already tapped.
Yeah, it taps it as part of the effect, not part of the cost. So they can do it. If it was to tap it as part of the cost, they would only be able to do it if it was untapped and without Summoning Sickness. But as part of the effect, it taps it down. So discard a card is the cost.
Okay, so we can't do anything about that.
No.
Fun.
Also, they gave us our Nissa back. They don't know how this works. So that was really good for us. But we could do it now if we wanted them to. Well, they conceded. Okay. So that's how you win, guys. You trick them into flipping your Nissa for you after stealing it.
Wow.
Just so people realize, it says if you can, like exile Nissa, then return her to the battlefield and transform under her owner's control, and that's how the whole cycle was worded. Okay. So things that we were considering, they actually have a decent amount of like random creatures and stuff. We could play a Cheville. We might not want 4 Abrupt Decays. Oh, they actually have a decent amount of enchantments too, don't they?
Yes.
Do you have any thoughts here on sideboarding?
If their board is only just the Dream Trawler, we could Triumph it. Doesn't seem realistic.
No, the Triumph
they have
doesn't
too
really
many
work.
walls.
They have too many
and random tokens.
Pretend creatures. Yeah.
I really wouldn't mind finding a spot for this Noxious Grasp.
All right, I can pretty easily take out an Abrupt Decay for that. Do you have any thoughts on any of these other things? It says pro blue. It stops that Dream Trawler. Like they attack, and then I guess they just still draw cards off of attacking though. But it like blocks it. They don't gain life.
They don't gain life.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that's super great.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if this.
I think we'll get another
just like this.
We could also get another Abrupt Decay out probably. Okay, let's just keep. This looks fine. Let's not mulligan this time. Well, let's mulligan if we're supposed to, but let's hope that we get a good hand that we don't need to mulligan.
Yeah, let's hope we get a good hand.
This is a good hand.
It's not bad. It's nice to have the discard. So we get to scry. And
yeah, we get to scry first, and then.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Like Overgrown Tomb, or just any kind of a basic land would be good.
Yep. Fable Passage would also be like kind of nice, but obviously we'd rather be able to get these things out. So there's some value to waiting till they draw their higher value targets that we want to discard, and there's also like the fact that they could have that that enchantment that makes a 0/4 and then like gets the planes and then makes a 0/4, and they might be relying on that for lands. That's kind of low.
Yeah, if you play the scry land, you could find more discard
Yeah,
or something else good.
I think this is a good time to get the Skyline down. I think we'll definitely find time for that. This is probably just good enough.
4th land, sure. Does help us with our trackers.
Yeah.
Play around Censor.
Yeah, on the off chance they're playing Censor. Okay.
Oh.
We're just taking the Elspeth's Conqueror's Death.
Yeah, we take that scary card.
Let them cast these buddies. I'm kind of into just playing a tracker on 3 here, assuming we don't have anything else to do. And
that seems pretty good.
Passing. Like, they haven't showed us much targeted removal. So, what they do? Top, bottom. Plains. Teferi. Boo. Oh, Omen in hand.
I mean,
Discard spell.
Because they've minus the Teferi already, it kind of makes the tracker a little appealing.
I think we just play the tracker on 3 and then plan on our next turn being tracker land Thoughtseizes.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It would be a lot more awkward if they had plus that turn. That's a pretty good one.
Yep, just gotta stick to plan. We gotta hope that they just don't like combo us, sort of thing that they were doing, and that we can just grind them out with these clues.
Is there any consideration to offering the trade with the tracker after Thoughtseizing?
No, I really don't think so, because we'll get to pump them.
Right,
and then they won't trade anymore.
They do want the tokens, but they have a lot of ways to make the tokens as well.
I guess depending on what we see, there might be some consideration.
Lukka.
Okay, we don't care about this Dovin's Veto that much. We can just play creatures instead. We're definitely taking this Lukka, and just like we said, hoping that we get a grindy game rather than something else.
We
This
do have a good
Gideon
setup.
attacking is going to be like a little bit difficult to beat, but not as hard as a Lukka stacking this to get to steal our Tireless Tracker or something.
Yeah, we haven't seen any
they just
spot removal for them, but we did see that Supreme Verdict in game 1. Something to keep in mind.
Okay, so they have a Dovin's Veto Omen up.
Just start by drawing a card.
Sure. These decks, the more normal blue-white decks play Azorius Charm and other like kill your creature on attack type things. Just gonna draw another card now.
Seems good.
If I get that land, hopefully like.
Okay, that's a really good one. So
I think we attack. If we attack both these
like,
at Gideon, and then they can double chump, or they can trade for a tracker. That's fine.
I think I'm in for that. And we have this other tracker in
We're
hand.
We're just gonna fetch a lot of this value now.
Yeah, we can't represent anything because of the Teferi anyway.
Yeah. I don't super care if they bounce something with Teferi, like whether it's this Omen or a tracker. So we just do this.
Yeah, Gideon's a lot more threatening right now.
I think Gideon would have been almost even more threatening if they'd been attacking with it.
Okay, hopefully, they do accept that, it seems.
We definitely accept as well. This is fine for damage. Omen of the Sea should come down now.
So you have this scry.
Top bottom. Pluses. Fair. Alright, this is a great time to resolve this Vivien. But we could also cast this and like kill Teferi before it gets more value. But they have this Dovin's Veto. I think we should maybe resolve this Vivien and then kill this Elspeth Conqueror's Death right away.
That seems really good to me. Also,
I'll make the screen a little bit bigger here.
all these clue tokens, I wonder if we could play Confront the Unknown in this format. Tireless Tracker beatdowns.
Play some green white and put Thraben Inspector in as well.
Yeah.
Omen to hand. What you got? Another Gideon.
Another Gideon.
We want the land.
Do we want it to be a green source for like Ceratops, like different kinds of activations every turn?
Yeah,
or do we
maybe.
just want the castle? We have a lot of grindy value already. I don't know if it's the castle.
Well, the castle is just not 2 damage when you play it. But I
That
think,
as well, yeah.
and like with these Gideons, it's a little bit scary. This turn we can play, flip, and cast like a Duress on this Thraben Inspector, and then Thraben Inspector doesn't get blocked by Knights, so we'll be able to kill the Teferi the turn after that. I'm kind of game for that.
Oh, the Den Protector?
Yeah. Well, I called this a Thraben Inspector. I was obviously
Yep.
still fantasizing about Clue Beatdown. Yes, Den Protector here. We can
Okay, so if we make
morph
that
it,
play,
flip it, and cast
if we
Duress. Sorry.
yeah, so we trade probably with the Dovin's Veto then.
Yeah, probably.
If you
Or they
want,
just cast
also
Omen
we
or something.
could like Shock in the Tomb, Ceratops, give it haste, and potentially give it trample, or give it like hexproof if you thought that was important. Like just hold that up, and we could
It doesn't get
potentially
hexproof. It just has pro blue and can't be countered. So it gets reach, trample, or haste until end of turn.
yeah. So we could give it trample and haste.
Yeah.
And put a hurting on this Gideon, or potentially just
That's
go with
fair.
Eric.
Yeah, you want to just try and yeah, that's actually I'm like a little bit more scared about the Giddy. Well, okay, so here's another thing: is it's like trying to protect our Vivien, right? So if we do that, then he blocks,
Yeah,
loses
Gideon can
this,
fire up and attack it.
goes to 1, but then he'll probably just lose it on the crackback.
Right.
But we'll lose our Vivien if we care about that, which we might.
We might.
We don't have
Our
enough
hand's
time.
pretty full already, though.
I'm gonna shifting Ceratops. We don't have infinite time to discuss all these lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, our hand is full, but just getting the lands is nice.
Absolutely.
Haste. Attack this Gideon. He should block. Let me give it trample. Trample. Perfect. Pass the turn. The nice thing with Vivien in this deck is that you can plus her and find Murderous Rider because it's a creature and use that as a removal spell. Kind of the same thing on this Liliana minus, is sometimes they'll get lucky and hit that. They just play their Omen. It's expected.
Okay, spread one to the top. Okay.
Yeah, I expect them to try to kill our Vivien here.
Kind of surprised they didn't just hold up the verdict for our turn.
Yeah.
Plus the fairy anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
It's just bigger. And play Scavengers as well.
It's kind of nice to be able to potentially eat at their graveyard for the Elspeth of the Conqueror's Death.
Yep. So if they don't do anything that we care about, I'm going to start cracking clues.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a Lukka.
It's like a... Yes. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I expect them to take our tracker. Let them take it before I crack a clue. Now they get aggro. Yeah. See, like, this Lukka plan is really what's beats us here. Like, we can grind through everything else, as you can pretty easily see. So I guess something you could try to do for that would be like Pithing Needle in your sideboard. So there's nothing we can do about this, is there? No.
If we had a lot more mana, potentially we could like Den Protector back our Ceratops and try to make the same sort of play we try to make on the Gideon, but on the Lukka. But that's all a little bit too much mana, I think, right now. One of those Murderous Riders would be not bad.
Lukka. Shifting Ceratops. Wireless Tracker. Just gonna crack our clue and F6 because we can't do anything with the Teferi out anyway. A little bit surprised they're making a token there. Oh, they want to get Lukka, right, and then steal.
They have assembled the Gatewatch.
And they get the Yorion.
This is looking grim. It is a bird serpent.
Hopefully they bounce our Liliana and give that back to us as well.
I think like, it again.
Like they did with the they figured it out.
No, they didn't. That's a lot of triggers.
Yep. Well, we tried, folks. So I
Hey, they
think
went
if you
below
were
60 cards in library.
wow, I think if you were trying to gear for this matchup a little bit more, you would try to play something that could deal with Lukka specifically. Um, Preferably like a Pithing Needle that won't. Pithing Needle would probably be your best bet. Anyways, let's draw some cards. I didn't get all these clues and not draw cards, you know.
You got to do it.
Alright, so when you're fetching with the Field Passage, unless you need green, mostly you want to get black. And that's because you want to leave the forest for Nissa to grab, and also a Castle Lockswain requires a lot of black mana to activate. Well,
Okay.
off to a good start. That was pretty rough.
That was brutal.
Alright, guys, after our loss in round 1, we're back for round 2. I would like to note that in round 1, if you're facing that matchup with this deck, you could also try to play some things that would be more aggressive and finish the match faster. 1 die roll. This looks fine. We've got this in case we flood. Got 2 Thought Seizes. We're on the play. I don't really know what else you want from life.
Let's find some creatures or some planeswalkers.
Okay. So we can kill that. We're just going to take this voice because both these are grindy and the voice is more grindy.
So grindy.
And then this looks like it's going to be Winota combo.
Right.
Which can be difficult sometimes, but we're
All right,
pretty
that's some
decent
kind of a threat.
against. We're going to try to strand this Eldritch Evolution. There we go.
Cool line. Hmm.
That's fine. No, don't cast. Cast face down. There we go. One of my favorite grindy lines with this is to get it back with Liliana and then cast it face down and get back the creature that like I actually want to get back for real
Oh yeah.
grindy games.
That's everything I want to do.
Expect them to get like a Rabble Master or something. And then we can Fatal Push it after we block the token.
Right. Yeah, so these decks, they want to make a lot of creatures, so they get a lot of Winota triggers and kill you in 1 turn. I think that's usually how it goes, right?
Yeah, so Winota, oh, that's a good. That's a
That
little
card.
bit better. We can beat that though.
Yeah, we can hopefully block it.
So we're just gonna pass because they're gonna want to attack, and we'll probably flip this block and flip this face up. Maybe I wanted to play the Fabled Passage just in case they had a Rabble Master. Or a Legion War Boss. Yeah, that would have been better. But if they don't attack with this, then it's not going to matter. They got to attack with this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they want that trigger.
Okay, we have to kill this. This is the only way we can kill this, is by blocking it with a green creature. And we will get to Fatal Push this after this dies, and they'll be left with a 1/1. Yeah, so Winota is a 4-mana creature, legendary, that whenever you attack with a non-human creature, you look at the top 6 cards and can put a human creature onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking, and it gains indestructible until end of turn. I don't know why they felt it needed that part, but anyways, that's what it does. And then they play that 7-mana 4/4 pirate that it's a red card.
Angrath from Marauders.
Yeah. and that doubles all of the damage that would be dealt by sources of red things. Okay, so I expect them to get like a Voice of Resurgence here. I don't know why they want an attack first. Because they're just afraid of it dying. And then we should be able to win with this. Ooh, that's really good for Voice.
That's really good against Voice.
I'm still just going to play Garrick, though.
Making the wolf.
Yeah, we're making wolves. It makes 2.
Sounds pretty good.
And then we'll kill this when
we have the Cletus out.
Yeah.
Man, 2 wolves is too good.
It's almost like it's a 2-for-1.
Almost.
It's a little bit more than that, actually. But okay, that was pretty good for them. But it's just gonna die, whatever they get.
They could. They don't go for an Winota, do they? They do.
They did. This
Alright, that's
dies.
gonna be good for us. Yeah, and we're gonna kill this elemental too. It's just gonna. Well, no. It's gonna be a 1/1. Oh, we could decay it.
Yeah, we're just
Man, that was really good.
Decay it and
just start beating down.
Yep.
This is sweet. So in the last match, they had a lot more things than us. They just dealt with everything we did, and then in this match, we kind of did that to the other guy.
Yeah. So Winota is a little bit hard to kill for us sometimes. So the reason I'm only running 3 Fatal Push is because in Pioneer, it's a lot harder to get the Revolt. Our good ways to get Revolt are Fatal Passage and Clues from Tireless Tracker. Vraska can also trigger Revolt. Obviously, trading a creature can trigger Revolt. You know, there's other things we can do. But it's just mostly for killing 2 CMC or less, and sometimes 4 CMC. Also, Nissa transforming can trigger Revolt. Heartless Act is one of our best ways to kill Winota, and Trophy is a way to kill Winota.
Languish seems potentially interesting.
Yeah, we also want this Cry, actually. They make a lot of, like, Cry will help us.
Goblins.
Yeah, if they, get goblins, it kills Voice and the 2/1 that we discarded.
Is Noxious Grasp what we want to do, or not really? Because it's kind of slow. Okay.
It's good enough, usually. Usually they also play that adventure creature, 3 mana 5/5 that makes a 1/1 Wayward Beast or something. Mm-hmm.
And then we want to move away from discard because they just dump out their hand really fast.
Yeah, I mostly we just have better things. We can most of their creatures we don't get value when they land. So we can just put removal in, and removal is obviously better to top deck when they have things on the battlefield than discard is.
Okay, I wouldn't mind that other Scavenging Ooze.
So I took out the one Scavenging Ooze. These are cards I'm thinking about. And these games can actually get kind of grindy too, so I don't actually mind Argus Bloodfast. And usually if they kill you, they're doing crazy amounts of damage. But you wanted to do Scavenging Ooze, you were saying?
Well, some reasons to just play the 1 would be when they're not just going off and killing us, when the game is getting grindy, potentially they're just chipping in for a few points of damage, and they put a lot of creatures in the graveyard.
Yeah. We can also not play this Noxious Grass. Yeah, no, I think Scavenging Ooze is good. It's kind of like why I pulled it aside. And then Liliana's Triumph can be pretty good, except they have the Golden tokens. I think we'll try this Noxious Grass, and if we don't really see green creatures from them, besides that Garrick's Harbinger, which is pro-black, we'll take it out and maybe bring another Scooze or a Bloodfast.
Or the Bloodfast. Looks pretty good. Did we submit?
Yeah. I think they also changed it now so that it's just whatever, if you have a legal deck, it submits it.
Oh, get out.
I think I had that happen to me. This is on the draw rather. We have a lot of lands, but we don't have any green sources. We have a way to kill one thing, and then a second if we draw any other land. I don't know. What do you think, Dan?
I think this is a mulligan. I think if we don't
Yeah.
get there, that hand is not competitive.
Okay, we are
This
going to
looks
keep
better to
this.
me. Vivien's the most expensive.
Yep.
I think I would do Vivien.
Other than that, we can just get rid of Scoos because
Sure.
I don't know, but it's fine. Like we have a lot of removal. I think we'll be able to play a Scavenging Ooze and like have it be a good late spell, kind of how Vivien would be. Be really good if we can get an untapped Black Source for this Fatal Push. Ready? No.
No, that is good against Elvish Mystic though.
So we're gonna play
Hopefully
this, so
that
this comes in
matters.
untapped, and we can use Heartless Act next turn, and then hopefully to get this.
Looks good.
We'll be fetching black so that no matter what we get with whatever third land we get, we'll be able to cast Liliana. You got it.
If this was only a Verdant Catacombs.
Yeah. You're dreaming. Dreaming's okay. We like dreamers. There's a chance I want to kill a Winota if they play it. I'm not sure about the math on that. Okay.
Oh, so we just do this now. Okay, so if we hit a land for the Liliana, then it can survive on one counter.
They're gonna play another Elvish Mystic. That'd be unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
Forest. Okay.
That is really good though.
Still just gonna play this out.
Yeah, it disguises the potential board wipe pretty well, and potentially blocks a damage. We could all, I mean, no, because Cry exiles, it doesn't make sense to try to, you know, trade with the voice and then,
No.
you know, clean up the token. That's a scary one for sure.
You have to send this, right? Yeah.
Well, looks like we held off at least 1 or 2 damage. Looks like 1 damage. Okay, land for Cry would be very good. That doesn't do it.
Nope. So, is there anything that you feel like fatal pushing? Not really, right?
No, like we can't keep them off of 4 mana.
No.
And I don't think it's doing much.
So we're just gonna get to grow this now, and then it'll survive the cry after that. How does this work with Scavenging Ooze? Like, if I eat the thing they target, exile target. If it was,
Yeah, the bottom of the stack resolves first. So if they go for that war boss, then it's gonna be good for us. And then probably just exile whatever they target.
I think.
Otherwise,
Well, I'm gonna eat the war boss this turn because if I draw a land, I want to be able to cry and have this survive. That's really good for
okay.
us.
So they're doing this.
Okay. So Scavenging Ooze is an effective counter to Clothis. Nice. Please land. I'm not gonna block.
That's a very interesting conservative attack there. Yes. Okay. That is amazing.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Oh, you fully cleaned them out there. They just drew to 1 card in hand. Feels so good. Oh, and they just
It
pass?
sure does.
Oh my
Alright, we're going to
gosh.
play this Courser and start trying to draw lands.
Sounds so good.
I wasn't trying
Yes.
before, but now I am trying, just in case anybody was confused about that wording.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and then we'll probably start just trying to counter these. Well, maybe I wanted to counter. Okay. I was going to say maybe I wanted to counter at one time for the ramp potential, but we're fine.
It looks like we're pretty fine here.
I'm going to start ticking up the Liliana, I think, and that'll let me leave up some removal spells.
And some Skew's activations.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't think I care about this. Do I just let them have... It just makes mana, right? Yeah, I don't think I care about...
Oh yeah, this turn, yeah, it just makes mana.
There's nothing on... like, if they play like a dragon, then I'll just kill it. And on 6 mana...
Wow. Couldn't care less.
No, I'm not. Like, we're just gonna kill that with Liliana.
Thank you. Wow.
Courser, this is like above average, but Courser with 26 lands in the deck is really good.
My kingdom for an Oracle, Moldiah.
Not yet.
We don't even care about sacrificing lands? Crazy.
No, we just have so much gas, and...
So I guess we don't care about them draining for 2?
Do we care about them gaining 2 life, though? They're dead next turn.
I mean, I guess that the Winota... I don't know that they could play anything really threatening there. Nice.
This just kills them. Yeah, Winota doesn't do anything.
That cry, though.
Mm.
That was... How many for 1 was that? That was just the game for 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Feels really good, man.
Alright. That was a little bit of redemption.
Little palate cleanser for you guys. And us.
Yeah. This is a favorable matchup for us, the Winota deck, but they can still game sometimes. It's not crazy favorable, I would say. And it takes a little bit of practice. Let's get into round 3. Alright, welcome to round 3. We're up against Expert Shot, excuse me. 1, 2, 3. We've won the die roll. This is not a keep. This is a keep, I think.
I think so. Bottom that 6 mana.
Yep.
6 mana Liliana. GLHF. So, were we interested in having the black-green mana up on turn 2 there, or no, because we wanted to duress?
I was just planning on duressing, and I wanted a chance to draw a land. So...
Yeah, fair, and then all the stuff we were saying about the... Okay. Saving the fetch lands for the tracker.
This looks like a more normal blue-white list. With Censor, that kind of makes me think that they're running Approach of the Second Sun, which is a plan. Like I said, the control decks with a plan are a little bit more hard to beat. I think we want to either take Elspeth or Censor. What do you think?
Well, we have a lot of threats, so we could afford to get censored. We could also, if we draw a land, potentially just play around the censor. I feel like maybe we just want to take the Elspeth Conqueror's Death because of how scary good it was in that round 1.
And obviously we're taking this over to Teferi because this just gets back to Teferi. In case anybody was wondering about that, yes, we respect Teferi.
Also, hypothetically, we can Swift End Teferi, but we can't Swift End the Conquers death.
Yep. I'm gonna
That
fetch
was
here. You think I should get a swamp because I want to be able to cast this, or a forest because I want to be able to cast Force of Grievous that I draw?
well. We do want to save the forest for Nissa, like you were saying.
Yeah, you can fetch some, but generally.
If we're evenly split.
Yep, 4 and 4.
Hard to say.
We have Castle Loftwing that comes in untapped if we control Swamp, so getting this is a little bit better in
Maybe
that
we get the
regard.
swamp.
But we also have Castle Loftwing as extra black mana.
Okay. Well, it would have been better to get the forest. But just variance.
I guess we we could have discussed being able to counter this with Scavenging Ooze, but
yeah, we could have.
Well, it's one of these two. We're not getting our Tireless Tracker.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Scavenging Ooze.
Okay. Sure. So, what does the Cheville do? Is that? Oh, so it can do things with planeswalkers.
Yeah. So on your upkeep, if the opponent has no permanents with bounty counters on it, you target a permanent, put a creature or planeswalker to put a bounty counter on. And whenever a permanent an opponent controls with a bounty counter on it dies, you gain 3 life and draw a card. We played Glacial Fortress, which we did not know about. We cycled Azorius Charm. Land, please. Thank you. I'm gonna attack because if they have like another Azorius Charm, they want to do this. I get to play my Tireless Tracker. And
that sounds very excellent. And then if not, I think we just play Cheville and still play the Quagmire out.
Yep.
Draw the 4th land was really good there, regardless of getting to play the tracker.
They have decided that we're playing around Censor to their satisfaction, and they are cycling it.
What kind of flavor text do we have on Censor?
Why so many questions?
Why indeed? That guy's not having a good time.
No, he was asking too many questions. Now they could have Absorb up. That's unfortunate. Well, we can get aggro with this Hissing Quagmire, or we can just leave up Murder Strider, probably is better.
Yeah, we know that they could play that Teferi next turn, so we probably want to give that at least a little bit of respect.
Man, imagine if they like settled the Reckless Dust right now. That'd be so good. For us, I mean.
You're not wrong.
like, I would accept that very easily. What is this?
Shark Typhoon?
Dig through time.
Oh, yes.
Okay. We never had an opportunity to like take them off of that with Scavenging Ooze.
Right, they could have always.
It also wasn't really on my radar, honestly. Like I know they play this card, but I wasn't thinking about it, and we needed our green mana each turn.
Also, like say we did
turn.
it sometime last turn, you know, they could have just exiled our target in response and dug. Well.
Okay, now we're gonna draw a Fabled Passage. Close enough.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I was gonna say like Thoughtseize for this Teferi would be also acceptable. This is better though.
Excuse me. I do expect Teferi to come down now.
they make that play, which looks like they will, it's going to be under a lot of pressure between the tracker and the Quagmire.
Okay, so we let this happen
We get
first.
to draw a card.
And then we'll draw a card. We're going to kill this thing with Quagmire, probably.
Hmm.
Yep.
Nicely done.
Now,
That's a
tracker's
good
on
play.
top.
Another Teferi?
Maybe we want to talk about keeping the Quagmire in hand for when we drew the tracker the next turn that we knew we were drawing, excuse me. But
Right. We have the option to play the Liliana.
yeah, we might just want to kill this Teferi. I think Teferi beats Liliana.
Yeah. Right. That seems correct. Well,
so I'm probably just gonna cast this tracker. If they counterspell it, then we get to kill Teferi. Otherwise, we'll try to kill Teferi on their upkeep to waste their mana. What do you think about that?
I think that sounds good.
Okay, if they tap out of,
I think that's probably close enough. They could have Dovin's Veto.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Like, I don't know that we can ever play around Dovin's Veto anyway.
Well, it would just be like if we're convinced they have Dovin's Veto to make them waste the mana on their turn.
On their turn?
Censor.
There was too many questions.
Got it. So, yeah, we asked too many questions this time. No respect for the. Well, I guess they just don't want to die to Hissing Quagmire. I wonder if they wanted to keep their Azorius Charm because of that. This is slipping away from us.
It does appear like that. They can start making 1/1s with the castle.
I think we just need to jam this Liliana and hope it works.
Okay, so what are we doing? We're making a 2/2 zombie?
Yeah. Her other abilities, each player sacrifices 2 creatures, and her passives is whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. I don't think it's going to work for the record, but we are not hitting our lands like we need to be. And we're drawing, our removal spells.
I suppose the alternative play of Tracker Abrupt Decay is not very good. They could just so we Abrupt Decay the Teferi, we play this Tracker out, it probably gets like verdicted or just blocked. We don't even have lands for the Tracker.
This is their main way of beating us. We dealt with 1, kind of 2 when we got rid of the Elspeth and they drew their 3rd before we could deal with it. I'm making this play because it's a mana efficient play. Another turn we might be able to play Tracker and still take care of this. And this doesn't do anything right now I care too much about. Like, it'll let them cast a Supreme Verdict on our turn, but we're not even attacking.
Well then.
Contrary to what this might look like right now, I do usually win this matchup, at least in the 2-player queue. But like I said, the skill level, I feel, is a little lower there. I think it's better to do this than to try to attack with the Hissing Quagmire. I think we'll probably just lose our Quagmire that way. Oh, they could also just block it too.
Yeah, they can just block it as well. We get to draw a card this way.
And they could block with a Typhoon.
With a shark token. they did not have a full grip, I could see a world where maybe we could pressure the Teferi enough to not lose to it. But with the Shark Typhoon and the full grip and all the castles and such,
Yep.
it's looking pretty rough for our heroes.
That's us. They need a real counter spell, and we need them to not have a real counter spell, and we need to draw Assassin's Trophy right now. Right now. Right now? Yes.
Hey. Okay. We draw it. So
I think we attacked the Teferi. No, maybe we just don't want to. How many Azorius Charms have they played? 1, 2. And they're halfway through their deck.
So I feel like we do attack the Teferi because it possibly, I think it's a good chance to get them to commit more mana, and we are getting to the part of the game where we just lose to the Teferi. So
also
like
might
if
just
we
lose
can,
our tracker.
yes, but I think that we gain more equity in the game by potentially removing the Teferi than we do from losing the tracker.
Okay. Am I fatal pushing this?
I think so because you want them to tap mana for castle.
Okay. I think it's just like opt or something. And then...
Looks like they're making the token.
Now we see if they make another token, EOT, otherwise do upkeep, because they still have enough to just counter. Though if they get this, we're probably not winning.
So probably they're gonna scry end of turn, so maybe you can still go to upkeep. No, okay, they were
smart.
Conservative. Yep. Okay.
Okay, these games can go a little bit long. There's very small chance of us winning now, like basically 0. But I'm gonna just utilize my auto yield and have them spend time so we can get closer on the clock. Okay. Noxious Stress obviously comes in here. All the Teferis.
Shifting Ceratops, good.
Yes, this is like another one that I'm kind of just trying out. I expected control decks to be bigger. I wanted to see if this could be a good answer or not to control decks. I haven't been super impressed with it so far, but I also don't think I've given it its fair shake.
Do we have enough ways to deal with something like a Dream Trawler?
Yeah. We will have 2 Assassins trophies and 2 Murder Shredders in, and also Dream Trawler is just not like. We also have Vivien Read. We have ways to get back the things that we would lose. that we discard or whatever. These are kind of interesting. Okay, these are our probably nots. These are like our definitely nots. These are our probably nots. These are our definitelys. And these are our could be's.
I don't know if it changed anything, but we did not see this Purge of the Second Sun like we were sort of talking about with the censor.
Yeah, I don't think they're playing it now. I think we would have seen it after they went halfway through their deck. Censor is still just a reasonable card for them to play, but yeah. If we did see approach, we might want to be trying to get more aggressive because they have an actual plan. What do you think about trying this?
A creature that can't be countered is not the worst. It doesn't get
Yeah,
blocked by sharks. Could block sharks pretty well.
that's true too. I actually consider that. That makes it pretty good. Cheville. How many abrupt decays do you think we want? It's mostly just kills Teferi. So one at least.
Yeah, Teferi is good to remove. Potentially they play Cast Down. We could play like the Unravel the Ether for that. It seems like a little bit bad. I don't know if there's any other good targets for it.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything. Do you want like a Force Scavenger Ooze or a Cheville?
The Cheville.
Alright. Nope. Unfortunate. We've been mulliganing a lot of low land count hands in this 26 land deck here.
We have been.
I'm gonna keep this and bottom this Bluegrass.
This is not exciting. So, yes. I think the Scryland makes sense. Try to hit untap land. I don't think Decay is where we want to
No,
be.
it's definitely not.
Our 7 that had the the discard and 1 land. Okay. So we're hitting our 3rd land. So do we want to try to slam Lily next turn?
We might just try to play this next turn and then try to play Lily to get it back when it gets countered by a censor or something. But I do think we want to play a 3-drop. I don't think we care about bear beats.
Being that aggressive. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
It would have been like really great if we drew a discard spell and then a land, but I'm not gonna be too picky about hitting land drops.
Yeah. I feel like that's great.
Okay, I'm
Maybe
actually
we
gonna
just
do
go
this
for that,
and
yeah.
scavenging.
Go for that and scavenging use. Okay.
They have the censor. They also have Aether Gust. So if we don't take Aether Gust, we're probably just not gonna cast Scavenge Fuse. Don't want to let them use that. So always good to know about. We just take Fairy and then just pass.
Yeah, taking Teferi seems kind of good to me. I think it's worse for
We
us
could also
if it
just take
resolves.
this to Fairy.
We could.
We'll just take this one. We don't have. We might let them grind too much value earlier with this other one. I'm not gonna let them put my. Do I get to choose in this?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Okay. Well, maybe that was okay. But if we draw a land, untapped land, I can play this face down and doesn't get Aether Gusted and doesn't get censored.
That is a green spell you can resolve underneath the Aether Ghost. That's pretty cool.
I've also played this in the face of 8-mana Ugin, face down, and had that been good.
Cheeky.
Well, darn.
Yeah. So
We're casting a creature. If we cast this, it's going to get Aether Gusted probably, and then we just put it to the bottom.
If we trade that for an Aether Gust, I feel okay with that. I don't know.
And if we cast this, it's going to get censored, and then we're hoping to be able to play Liliana like next turn and get it back, and then use this to get back Thoughtseize later on or something.
Mm-hmm. Probably either is fine, honestly.
I
really don't
actually
care about.
Yeah.
I don't care about trading that for Aether Gust or the Seal Away. I think that'd be good for us. That's what they choose to do. Either of those. Yep.
That's actually good. We can get that back if we need to without. Eating this now so that if they have
dig through time
and no other lands, then they won't be able to cast it.
Very cool. Heads up play. Looks like they can cast it. Nope, they don't have one.
Okay, we attack, and then if they seal away, then we get to play Liliana and tick up, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good. We don't know of any answers to Liliana in their hand.
If they don't seal away, well, they're not going to seal away. They're going to take 2 damage. They can do this later. Okay, I'm probably just going to play this Den Protector then, and let them counter it if they can.
Or seal it.
Seal away is for tapped creatures.
Oh. What is that in the art? What kind of creature is that? Looks like a robot.
It certainly does.
Cycling farmland.
Yeah, this is how you lose to control. You just don't hit your land drops, and then they cast Supreme Verdict.
Okay.
That's a land drop.
Thank goodness.
Good. Okay. Play this. Wow, they cycled that, and then they didn't have a land? That was greedy. We're taking them.
Ooh, shifting Ceratops, though?
I guess they did just... Alright, fine. Yeah. Then any land
seems pretty exciting.
Haste it.
Yeah, so they want to play this Teferi out.
They do have seal away though still, so that we probably should have gotten the Den Protector.
They do. They have seal away, and we've already said that it hits the tap creatures. That's unfortunate.
Got excited. I'm gonna kill this.
With the Murderous Rider?
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, no Dovin Feudal. Don't have it. Please, thank you so much. Whew. Okay.
Ooh. Opponent is a bro, not having it.
Can you stop hitting your lands though? And then we keep hitting our lands? That'd be swell.
Okay, all of our stuff gets Aether Gusted, except, yes, even the Shifting Ceratops. We could play Murderous Rider.
We're going to. We could also draw and go to 11. We're going to get a Murderous Rider down. This does deal with seal away now. Make a 1/1. Sure. No, don't. What do you?
Okay, 4/4 Shark. Killer Liliana.
Yep.
Still hold everything up. That's pretty scary for us. Yeah, the Den Protector you wanted to get back definitely, I think, would have been better for us.
Yeah, it would have. I did get excited about this when you were suggesting it and didn't really stop to articulate why
Consider.
I wanted the Den Protector in the first place. But yeah. Just getting back Thoughtseize or Hissing Quagmire. This deck doesn't get mana screwed like this often. Usually you deal with mana flood a bit more than this, which is than you do with Screw. And that's part of why this looks so bad. Resolves. Does not resolve. Absorb.
That is bad. I think we wanted to activate that to try to hit land.
Yeah. So opponent had cycled land and got rid of it, and they still only missed once, and we have not been so lucky. That's better. Hmm. Can I cast anything? Yeah, I have to, because I just... Yeah. Let's try to be mana efficient. Absorb.
At least it wasn't a sensor.
That's fair.
Looks like that might be scrying or something else.
Looks like scrum. Yep.
That's a pretty good one.
Alright, folks. Watching this video, I recommend trying a little bit harder than I have to hit your land drops. And also thinking a little bit more before you grab your Shifting Ceratops back from the graveyard. I think that's probably game at this point. Yeah. Alright, guys. Whew,
Better luck next time.
Yeah, that was rough. But we will see you guys in round 4.
Back for round 4.
This looks like a good hand.
I hope they are playing a creature deck.
So do I. If they're not, then the only thing that's really dead is Fatal Push. Usually you can find something to do with your Abrupt Decay. Well, I'm just going to play this. Instead of getting an Overgrown Tomb down tapped.
Okay, green. That's probably a creature deck, right?
Yeah, they're probably playing some creatures. Actually, it's not that hexproof. Okay. Well, we're gonna Abrupt Decay that. See, this is usually what happens. You start to get uncomfortable about how many lands are in your hand, but then you can, like, usually have things to do with your mana. Okay. Okay. Enchantment deck. So we can get our Liliana going, or we can play this to get this back as soon as possible, because this is just going to draw a bunch of cards. Do you have any thoughts on this, Dan? This Setessan champion, if we want to play our Den Protector face down to get an Abrupt Decay next turn to be able to kill it, or if we want to play Liliana and just shrink it and hope to draw away to trigger with our Fatal Push.
Could you show me the card again?
Yeah, so it's
Okay,
plus
it is
counter
drawing them cards.
and draws a card whenever an enchantment enters the battle.
Yeah, I like doing the Den Protector play. I just think we don't want to ignore that for too long, and I think that the Liliana is not representing a super time efficient way of answering it.
Yeah, the Liliana would be more just to get her going and hope to get something else, another removal spell or a way to trigger a revolt for Fatal Push. But I was kind of leaning towards this. I just wanted to see what you thought about it. So it's like, yep. So they're playing Eidolon Blossoms, which is really good for them. Hopefully we can draw a Fabled Passage, even though that means another land. We just kill both of these right away. Or we can do. Yep. I don't think we want to attack.
Are you gonna block something?
If they attack with this, like, I'll trade this easily. We're probably playing any enchantments before that happens. Before they attack, so I'll be killing this with my.
Are either of those on cast? I didn't read closely.
No, they're both into the battlefield.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Mystic in hand. They're gonna draw a forest. Here's Mystic. So, how do you feel about attacking with this and then letting Courser eat it so that we can kill this thing? Good? Oh, no, Courser can't eat it. I can't block it. Well,
So not that good.
not good. Well, maybe we can do that on their turn. They'll attack with Courser against Liliana, and then.
Yeah, how about we just like play Lily, eat this Mystic, hope we can, do the fail push thing. seems like they're set up to grind pretty well also.
Agreed. It's just Font of Fertility. It's their basic lands, help them fix mana and hit their land really guess. Just
Wonder if they're
cheap way.
considering thinning upkeep.
Pretty sure
Looks
Mana
like
Bloom's
not.
legal. They're probably playing that as well. Banishing Light. Well,
That will trigger Revolt.
it will.
That was a 2-for-1 for us.
And for them.
And for them.
We said 2 for 1 MTG, guys. We didn't say which side would be getting the 2 for 1s necessarily. Just that they would be happening. I forgot to be paying more attention to this. We're gonna get another champion next turn.
And a Temple Garden.
Sphere.
And a Spear of Safety.
That shouldn't matter too much. I think we will be able to deal if we have to. Okay, well now we're not doing that. Okay, so we can just make the wolves and keep his loyalty so that we can kill that Setessan champion that's going to come down, but we could lose him to a Banishing Light if we do that, and I would rather have killed this and drawn a card if that happens. We have 2 more Vraskas, 3 more Abrupt Decays, you know, like Fatal Push if we can trigger Revolt. We have Tireless Track for just a grind value.
I think getting the guaranteed
Draw a card and kill a thing.
minus on that thing is good. Okay, so that can be at 2. I wonder if they can pump the power of the Mystic. Like maybe it's worth it to.
I think I'm gonna leave it back anyway.
Leave it back anyway, sure. Yeah, the game is not really about damage right now.
Like, even if I was 100% certain that they would only attack it for 1, I think I would still rather have it be at 2. And Destiny Spinner can't be countered. Can make a big creature. The land.
Trample and haste, end of turn. Number of enchantments. That's pretty scary. And it's an enchantment creature. Boy, oh boy.
Okay, so Garrick's down. So, if we had seen this during that turn when I wasn't really paying attention, I feel pretty silly about losing Garrick to it. But, oh well.
That art looks familiar to me. Okay.
Nice.
Well, hypothetically, we can kill that Banishing Light and kill that Mystic again. I wonder if we're losing another Planeswalker that way, though. Maybe it's better to just kill that 2/3.
They also have a Setessan champion in hand that we might want to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we just hang on. I kind of like your line. Let's do that.
We know that there's at least one more Planeswalker waiting for us on top.
This gives them less mana, which they kind of do need for this. And if I can trade this off in the process of keeping this alive, then I get to get it back.
Seems good.
They conceded.
I'm very confused.
I don't know. It seems like they would have at least wanted to make us kill them or something, but maybe they're hoping for they should play a land.
I felt like the game was kind of even, if not we were behind.
I feel like it was a little bit even but towards our favor, but not like time for them to concede. But maybe they don't have my dislike of concede. I don't know. They shouldn't have conceded yet. Okay, we want things that kill things. Probably not this cry, but everything else. They are grindy. Obviously, some good enchantments to get rid of. I'm not certain how we feel about discard, so we'll stick all this over here.
I do think it would be nice to get rid of the Eidolon Blossoms and the Cetessan Champion. I assume that they have.
Yeah, but those like also ETB triggers, and we can like if we can kill them before they. I don't know.
Yeah, I just mean I think that they probably have a lot of sort of air, so to speak, in their deck, like enchantments that like don't do great things without those energies.
Right.
Might be wrong though.
So Scavenging Ooze is just fine as a beater, and I can see them having some graveyard synergy. We have in all of our things that kill stuff. We could get rid of like Kalidas, but you know, just killing things and getting 2/2s is pretty good. We won't care that much about sending their stuff to exile. Also, this is like decent.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see anything in the deck right now that you don't want as much? Sometimes I don't bring in both Assassin's Trophy, but I think they have higher value targets, so we care more about killing than giving them.
I think this is what we want to do. I think I've thought better of my Thoughtseize idea, given that, like you said, all the effects that we saw,
right,
just care about the enchantments entering the battlefield. So if we remove the creature in response, then they don't get guaranteed value anyway. So just removing them should be better for our purposes than discarding them.
I could see maybe having taken out Kalidas and for like Artle's Bloodfast or something, just to grind a little bit better. This is fine.
I think Kalidas can grind pretty well for most spots, as you know.
Yeah.
This hand is pretty slow. We can answer like that Cetessan Champion pretty early.
I don't think there's any way we can Moland in this. You just
the Planeswalkers do seem really good in the matchup.
We have 4. It's ultimately a grinding matchup too, and we have our removal for their first good creature, and we have Planeswalkers. This even kills enchantments, and like the lands. The lands are just so important to hit. Yeah, I understand your concern, but okay, I'm just gonna pass, and if they want to attack for 2, then they can do that.
Yeah, that seems really good.
And if they play that Cetessan Champion, I'm going to kill it.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
We could Assassin's Trophy the land if you wanted to deny them the mana. Doesn't seem very good.
No, I don't think I care about their mana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kill this. We have another removal spell now, so
Yeah, I think we just kill every creature. Well, I think drawing a couple more spells makes the opener look a lot better. And they have not done anything very explosive. Would have been a cool spot for Kalidas.
I'm just gonna
Is that
bottom
any good
this.
here?
It's fine. We just have things to do. I think I just want
Yeah.
like more interaction in case they do cool things. I mean, that's kind of interaction, but it's very slow.
Right.
Plukernos is kind of another flex spot. I've found it good as a beater and also just a slow grindy card. I've been able to cast it against that. There we go. Ooh, now we get to... Okay, so we can Nissa plus Assassin Trophy for this, or we can just Vivien kill this, and if they have a land, they get to not. They get to kill Vivien, but they have to trade the land. I think that's fine.
We do have this Garrick in hand already.
And this Nissa.
Right.
Them not getting to follow up with a one-man enchantment was nice. I don't think they play that many. There's probably not that many good ones. I think. Oh, that's fine too. Oh, that's worse. I was, for some reason, falsely thinking they're going to take the Vivien, but obviously, thinking that's better.
How does the Banishing Light interact with the adventure? We just get the creature back?
Yeah, it's just it enters the battlefield.
Right.
An
Makes
opponent
sense.
until it leaves the battlefield. Target permanent, yeah.
Okay, should we just Garrick and kill their thing again?
Yep.
This is fun. This is like a shooter game. Just point and click.
We are in the losers bracket right now. I have seen this deck around, and it can do cool things, but it's yeah. They're obviously missing lands, which sucks for them. I didn't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Okay.
Oh. Would have been really cool if this language was Fatal Push.
Well, we don't have a forest
Oh
up.
yeah.
We have
If
forest
the
up, but
language
yeah.
is a Fatal Push and the forest was a swamp.
Yep.
Yeah, this is still really good though.
Here's another synergy and another one for Vraska, like eating the creatures that these planeswalkers make. With this one, it draws two, and with this one, it was just, I mean, like, don't care. Like,
Now, if they conceded in the spot like in game one, I'd say, yeah, absolutely. Cool.
How to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's happening? Okay, that's what's happening. All right, that was pretty unlucky on their part in this game. I don't think in game one they should have conceded. I do think we were favored to win that, but it was close. This is also about how I would expect this matchup to go. I wouldn't expect to see it that often if you're in the winner's circle. But all right, we're going to try to bring you a 3-2 finish.
And we'll see you then. And here we are back with match 5. And
Yep.
this hand looks pretty good to me.
Looks great. Welcome to the 5th and final round. Up against the 7th Prophet.
Who appears to be playing a control deck.
Okay, so
The
you often
Sultai
want
Trial.
to try to save these for tireless trackers, but I'm just going to get it out so that we can have all of our other lands coming untapped when we want them to. I wonder if this is the Sultai Delirium deck that I was kind of alluding to in the deck tech. Looks like it. Maybe I did one green just to have more activations against this Sultai deck.
And this way we get to play the tomb tapped.
Well, I mean, I was going to, yeah. That's no, you're right. Yeah, same problem, obviously. Okay. Oh, I was really hoping they weren't gonna have another land. We should have to kill this.
I think so, yeah. Hopefully we hit
It'd be
a
so
4th
nice
land.
just to have a 4th land and kill it with Vraska, though.
Of course.
Right. Oops. If we had a 4th land in hand, would you like? Yeah, I think if we had a 4th land in hand, I would just play the Goose and let them loot once.
I think it's too risky.
I could be able to flip it. Okay, so they have lands. Do we have lands? We do have lands. That's exciting.
That's great. What is the best one? Probably Vraska?
I think so. We just plus and don't.
Although we could actually just play Ooze and eat this Uro right away.
They're not going to get to
No
cast
funny
it.
business. Yeah, but...
This also just beats down.
It's a 6/6 right away. I mean, I'm sure they play Fatal Push.
Okay.
I think this is good.
I think it's fine. I think any of them were pretty reasonable. Like even Cletus, honestly, was pretty reasonable. Cletus is so good against Uro. Just
Right.
it's very nice.
Absolutely.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate we don't have anything to do here. Like a disfigure, I guess. Oh man. Opponent with the MLG fetching plays stack abuse. Okay. So can Pelucranos do anything about this? Yeah, we just go with Vraska. Yeah, how does the fight ability work with Pelucranos?
So Pelucranos enters with 6+1/+1 counters on it. And whenever it would be dealt damage, you remove that many +1/+1 counters from it. And you can pay 3 mana, 1 a black and a green to have it fight another creature. You can escape it by paying 6 mana. That's unfortunate. By paying 6 mana and exiling 6 cards from your graveyard, and it comes in with 12 counters in that case.
That certainly is a Shark Typhoon over there.
Okay, they're flooded and we're a bit screwed on mana. Well, what you got?
Probably something that makes a shark.
Probably.
Indeed.
You got it. Dang it. That was unfortunate, wasn't it? Just play this and plus on the shark, and then plus this again.
How did the was there a possibility of fighting the shark in response to the rider?
Yeah, I should have done that, probably. I just clicked through it too fast.
I think we're in fun. I think we're in reasonable shape.
It's like starts to get to the point where you've like.
Looks like they're escaping the Sura. Well, I mean, not necessarily. They need another card in the
They need
graveyard.
another card in the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
So need like.
Alright, seems like they can't do it.
Okay. Well,
Looks like you can.
we'll eat it
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
You can, return the scavenging ooze and eat the arrow.
Yeah. We'll get
That
to.
seems pretty good.
We'll kill this with Nebraska, so we don't. What's happening? Right. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. Drawing all these Thoughtseizes. It's not. Imagine if, like every Thoughtseize we drew was a land. That'd be so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we kill this with Vraska. We get back Scavenging Ooze. We play Scavenging Ooze. We eat Uro. Scavenging Ooze blocks Murderous Rider.
Seems like the plan. I would love to find something for this Shark Typhoon.
Scavenging Ooze. Okay. It might have been better for, well, maybe we would have Thoughtseized them if they didn't. Okay, now we have one more mana. Do we want to Thoughtseize?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we want to probably just sort of keep eating away at their graveyard. Yeah. And I don't think it's that likely that they have something we care to Thoughtseize.
Oh, that's so good.
What does that thing do? They get to play a card from our library.
Okay, it puts the other hand in the graveyard, so I think we should eat something now in case they end up with an Uro in the graveyard. So yeah, they look at top three. We arrange them into a face-up pile and a face-down pile. It's pretty fun, actually.
Oh, a little mini game. Okay.
What do you think about this?
Yeah, no tricks.
This is the face-up pile. Does it tell me? It doesn't.
Top pile will be presented face up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably just no tricks is better.
This is also just a basic land at this moment.
Yes, because of the exiling that we've been doing. I think I've seen that these decks are playing Dig Through Time as well, right? Seems like there's a lot of graveyard effects to manage if that's the case, with all the like Delirium and Delve and Escape.
Okay, so they went for this. They're gonna get a basic land, I guess, and make a one. That doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, we have this Liliana still. That's good.
Thoughtseize.
All right, they Thoughtseize us. Better for them than for us, I think.
So what do you think they take here? Like the spell we can play, or okay, yeah.
Yeah, seems good. Maybe they're worried about the Uro stuff.
They did not play the forest. Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Well, do we want to sack any lands?
It's a possibility for sure. I don't think we do though. I think it's just too bad for us if we do that. Do we want to start
Okay.
attacking?
I don't
No,
think so.
no, because then this will stack Liliana.
Yeah, do we need to eat anything in the graveyard right now?
No.
They can't do anything instant speed with Delirium that we care about.
Well, like even if they do, we can eat in response and then take away Delirium for when it resolves.
And do they play Dig Through Time? I'm not sure.
Do you want to look it up real quick? Or
I'm checking it out.
should I wait for you?
Seems like no.
I wouldn't think
I think
so.
it seems greedy if they do it. I do not follow Pioneer folks, so
It's all pine. Oh, they went to kill the Liliana. Yeah.
yeah, it makes sense. That's a lot of 1/1s. Okay, so yeah. That's gonna be a lot of cards in the graveyard. I don't think we can actually deny them
No, but
the Uro.
we can gain this life plus one counter at least.
Right.
There's
Okay, they did
your
hit one.
what they took puts breeding pool into their hand.
Okay, I think we're, if nothing else changes, I think we're eating this Ashiok and
Yep.
one of the other cards.
Probably just a fatal push in case they flip a Jace at some point.
Sure, seems good.
Got the
Well,
breeding pool into play. Yeah, so good.
yeah, it's pretty late. How much is the Pulukranos to escape? It was 6 mana, you said?
Yep.
How
All
about
right.
we float black and do this? Yeah.
Yep.
It's not a fatal push. Why is that
Oh,
not a fatal push?
freak. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so we're at 24 still, so possibly could still make a game of it. But yeah, they've drawn a little better than us. So
Okay.
many discard spells.
I'm just gonna like have to like eat a Cletus and then I don't know. Try to get bigger than this Uro.
Right. Yeah.
Like it wasn't even another land. Just
Oh geez, do you want to eat the Kalitas now?
yeah. Okay. We're just dead. Like they should. Like we can't lose our tracker. We also can't really lose this. Okay, now we need to keep this. So we double block this. If they just attack like this, we can eat this, trading that, and then use our skews to get rid of it, and then lose to their scavenging ooze. Also, is attacking as well. I should have paid attention more. I think we've
They're attacking
basically
us
lost
with that.
anyway. They talked everything at Vraska.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, they didn't even. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll duress them.
Yeah.
Just Yep, here's your flood beats screw, right? You eventually draw.
Fails to find basic land. Perfect.
So this is how many basic lands they have, I guess. They have no cards in hand. Okay.
Man.
Well,
I think we want to cut some discard.
I think we want to cut all the discard.
Yep.
Here's our no-no pile.
I think this is a good scavenging ooze matchup.
Yeah, we're bringing all these in for sure. Also, this Grappling Claws is probably good
And I
enough
like
here.
that trophy and the removal, like the Heartless Act, especially.
Probably a Liliana's Triumph as well. Well, they have Satyr to get rid of, but it can also make them discard, so that would be good if we could get that. Is this good enough? They have Tracker and it kills Tracker and Uro.
And their scavenging ooze, maybe it's not the worst. So we already have 61.
I think with this Ardos Bloodfast as well.
63.
These are not going to be good enough. Probably don't need that. We don't want any of these for sure. Alright, some cuts to make. Cletus is great. Plukanos is slow, but like good. But they also have their own scavenging ooze. Maybe it's not like that good.
Yeah, I'm not convinced by that one.
I think this is really good, but
Does it make any sense to cut a land?
no, I really don't think it does. No, especially with us being on the play.
Sure. Maybe 3 scavenging ooze is enough?
I think we just want all 4. Just counters most of what they're trying to do.
Sure. So what is it then? Is it...
I don't know.
I don't think it's 62, so
No, it's not.
gotta be something.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, maybe it's not grasp.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
unsure about Courser, but
Yeah, I can't figure out what the right cut is. Yeah, it definitely seems acceptable.
seems very good. I think that's good enough.
Yeah, it's a spell. It's a good spell. We are most of the way to casting that.
I'm just gonna cast the Scavenging Ooze, and if they just like kill it right away, then I'm just gonna get back to Liliana.
That definitely seems very good. Looks like a tail push.
Do it right away. Do it right away. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm still getting it back.
Yeah.
I just like this is really hard for them to beat, especially if we hit lands. I think we will hit lands this time. We already have as many lands as we saw all of last game, and we're about to get 2 clues unless I can somehow counter this Tireless Tracker, which I don't think they really play counter spells.
Okay.
They
So no Uro in the
put
graveyard right now is good for us.
Overrune Tomb into their hand. So good.
Also, that dies. Beautiful. Extra beautiful.
Do you want a forest for more scavenging activations, or leave them for Nissa in case we draw some before we draw Nissa?
Kind of like getting a forest just for these ooze.
Okay. Also, like, kind of shows we don't have Fatal Push, I guess, as another consideration. But
Yeah, but I think most things that we want to fatal push are 3-drops anyway. We don't even have Delirium or Revolt right now.
yeah, fair. I'm not going to pretend to have something for 1 green mana. Oh, 4 card types, huh?
Yeah, that Wayfinder that we killed was
Yeah, that's
what
fine
made
though.
them delirious. Yep.
Well, you have a Murderous Rider, so I'm going to get my value here.
Oh man, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Tracker's the pick. Yeah, we're grinding pretty good here.
I haven't played this too many times, but I think I've won every single time.
Oh.
You got it. And it feels good because they're like 3 colors and they're playing like Uro and stuff, and just it feels so good, you know? Just real nice feeling.
Just good, clean fun. Hey, look, it's a Garrick. Oh yeah, this is good
No,
too.
they have Murderous Rider. I don't want to make
Sure,
too.
sure.
We're just going to play this, and then it's probably going to get. Oh, Tracker is gone. Well, that's fine
Yeah,
too.
we
They'll
can
probably
get
get back
back
Liliana.
Liliana.
Hmm.
So yeah, we could do that. We could also yeah, it's probably just best to do that. I was gonna say we could play out ooze and eat their creature so they don't have delirium right now.
No, don't
This
think
is
they
probably
care
fun.
that much.
The eat to the extension, it has this other text where they can surveil, I think.
Yeah,
I think they didn't do it. I didn't pay that
no,
close
they
attention.
kept, I guess, this on top or something. What do we get in here? It's not this, it's not this. You want a Triumph or a Fielded Passage? You want the Fielded
Field passage.
Passage. I'm still trying to find drawing land, so. And you might draw like a tracker. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're fine. More revolt. So okay. I mean, it'd be kind of nice to develop the ooze and start going to work a little bit.
Yeah, I think what I want to do here is just play in minus this Liliana and get this Murderous Rider, and then like play a Scavenging Ooze to end. I don't know. Am I attacking or am I like leaving back Ooze because they're gonna kill it and then build? Probably just leaving back this then, if that's the case.
Hope to hit something maybe a little better than Murderous Rider. Does that count?
This is just a removal spell. I think we're fine with this.
Okay.
Like maybe because like we'd start. I don't know. What do you think? I don't really care either way.
Let's just get the rider.
Okay.
Oh, we haven't played this land yet either.
Nope. Fetch first.
Yeah, land. Lands are good.
That's fine. We have 2 clues and
Yeah.
can't take off Delirium right now. They have 5 card types, so just pass. And,
Yeah, just pass.
uh,
They need 2 removal spells to get at the Lily.
yeah, assuming they remove this, I guess I'll just eat Planeswalker.
Seems good.
Yeah, this is how like they kill Scavengers so hard in this deck. Like I think you would play 5 if you wanted, if you could. You're gonna play an Uro? Oh yes.
That's really good for us. All right, so we're both playing a lot of lands, but we have more cards in hand by far, and planeswalkers. This is great. Scavenging Ooze.
Yeah. Well. Okay, and like I said before, I think we can take them off of cards at instant speed.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I would just pass. We're not in a rush. Things are good. Concentrate on drawing a good amount of lands in the next game. Good amount of lands and spells.
probably could eat, I guess there. But expect them to play one of these, kind of. Yeah. Yeah. I want to plus one more time, then try to get back a Scavenging Ooze after that. Alright, well, I think I'm fine just killing this. Well, we're making 2/2s or something.
It doesn't have any power. I just shuffle back. I don't think we want to kill it.
Not yet.
I think we play that and make wolves and like attack them with the protector.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're cruising.
We could try to do this now to hit our land drop, but I don't really.
Yeah, I think
We're
holding up the
fine.
stuff
Yeah.
is good this turn. Yeah, like we have more than 4 lands. Okay. So they're going to escape this, and then we're going to decay it or something. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then we're going to Liliana get back our Scavenging Ooze.
And eat it. That's
Like
pretty good
even
too.
like on board, like they can't like this is real desperate.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Ooh, some sweet loyalty. Ooh, some sweet ultimate action.
Time to really put the pressure on. We've got the Planeswalkers, and they're like dead on board. Sure.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Right. That gained them life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like as good as it could have been, but
I mean,
fine.
I think we're very okay with this.
Yep.
I think we just, kill everything and,
Yep.
crunch in. Yep.
That's kind of cool.
Exile occurred in response.
Yep.
Cool. Also cool. Maybe the lifelink one. It actually doesn't matter. Super
Yeah.
doesn't matter. This is great.
I'm not even sure if it
All right.
mattered beforehand. Maybe it did.
Yeah, maybe. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Excuse me.
That was real
Okay.
grindy. How
Now we
many
have
turns
time
did
to
that
talk
go?
about a few other things.
Yeah.
11.
Turn 11. Okay. Man, slow format.
I don't want Liliana. These are considerations.
Yeah, it feels like just we want to make room for that Courser.
Like, I just don't know what you would take out. So for, I mean, like, Noxious Grass, probably don't want either, honestly, but, like, we saw, like, Nishkana as well. As,
Mm-hmm. So, I think Chevelle is probably fine, but is it better than a Courser?
I don't know. It does make, like, wasting your removal spells, so to speak, on, like, creatures that you don't quite want to kill, but kind of need to sometimes, like, feel a little bit better, but
Right.
maybe not.
Is there anything else that's consideration instead of the Chevelle?
Not really. Like, everything else, we either it's just removal that we need, graveyard hate that we need, or grind that we need. Like, this
Mm-hmm.
is also just grind, and this is kind of grind slash removal, and this, removal. We just choose what's best, and I think this is it.
It's tempting to keep the Chevelle just because it's cheaper than the Courser, but like the Courser find us lands, and Chevelle's pretty
No,
slow at doing
yeah, I
that.
think this is good, and also like it gains us life, which is, well, this does too, but more situational, which is important for like our Argos Bloodfasts and our Murderous Riders, and they can be kind of aggressive sometimes. But usually their aggression is like attacking
Lands
with
and
their arrow.
spells, lands and spells, lands and spells.
Spells. Like this. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, just like that.
I would like to be able to scry a forest or swamp to the top. So that, preferably a swamp, but okay. So they are not confident that they're going to hit all their lands. Hello. I like you.
Hey,
Except
we take those.
if you play a Jace, that's kind of cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a Jace. Yeah, then we can just
Yeah, that's
we
dead.
can get this in the tap. Play tapped now.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I would like to see up top now? Fabled Passage.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, we played
Ooh.
that game last time. Okay, okay.
Hmm.
So, we're going to want to play a tracker next turn. They're going to play a Jace. So if we play this, and they play Jace, and then they get to flip Jace. So we probably just need to play this. We already
That
have the
makes
land
some
for tracker.
sense. Right. Also, if we played Nissa, Nissa would have 0 power. Whereas this might have a power.
Yeah, probably not, but well, like maybe I guess if they played
I guess Seder Wayfinder.
yeah. Hey yo.
Oh, there's that.
Okay,
Although,
we're gonna
okay,
save it
so
for the when we get the second tracker into play.
yeah. So yes,
We just
tracker, land.
pass. Like
Fabled Passage. No,
I think if we can get our second track, we're gonna save for
second
the second
tracker.
tracker because it'll give us the same number of clues anyway. And then if they don't kill this one, then we'll get double.
Right. Yeah, obviously it was better to play the Ooze instead of the Nissa because we were already drawing our lands, which we knew. Also, forgot to mention that.
They played this already. Here.
Just discard that Uro with the Jace. You know you want to do it.
That's a pretty good sign for us.
All right, eating Traverse.
Yep. Yeah.
So many
Okay.
trackers.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is great.
All right, we'll get a forest because I don't think we're gonna need all this black mana. We've got ooze, and I think we'll be able to get one of the 2 forests left before we draw both of them. Attack both at Liliana.
Yep.
Alright, this right here, guys, this is the magic that I wanted to bring to you. And
Okay, Shark Typhoon.
okay, that was pretty good for them.
Yeah, I mean they can only block one of these, and we've really already got our tracker value. So probably putting this Lily to 1. Okay, they care about that one.
Yeah, I figured
So
they have to take care about that one more. We might just want to eat these things and just leave her at
at 2.
yeah.
Hmm.
So that they can't flip this Jace. Like if they go like, so they go Jace, puts it to 3, and then they go removal spell and tracker,
Flashback.
Jace, flashback. Like it's
We do still have these 5 clues. Yeah. Yeah. This is good. Also, enchantment's hard type for them to get in the graveyard, so just making their traverses worse is always good for us.
this is part of the reason, like Shark Typhoon's part of the reason why I think Delirium is good in Sultai, but not so much in Black Green, because you don't really have good enchantments, and people end up playing things like Oath of Nissa, which is okay, because you can sack it to like the 4-mana Vrathkas that we've been playing, or like kind of cycle through them, but it's just not like as good. Okay. Alright, we're getting a little low on time. I'm gonna just try to play a little bit faster. Tell me if you see any exceptionally sweet lines, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jace is going to flip next turn. It looks like flashback at Noxious Grasp.
Probably.
If they have a land, I don't think they can return the Uro too this turn.
No, they'll probably just they can't return the Uro as well. They'd have to. Okay.
There's 2 Uros. That is kind of awkward for them.
Fatal
All right,
push.
they just had a fatal push.
They're getting their
So
Uro this way. Oh, there's.
No, they're gonna eat their own Uros. Seems good.
Couldn't they have
Okay,
escaped this?
they didn't do it.
They ate our Scavenging Ooze.
Yeah.
Fair. Tough but fair.
Okay.
Okay, this is like getting away from us a little. That's really good.
I think our own ooze is pretty good. Okay. They'll respond with eating it. Dope. Okay.
Just gonna let them.
Just eat those removal spells now.
Yep.
Seems good. Yep. Okay. So then they could. There's a lot of creatures here. No other green mana that's 8 damage. Yeah, that's pretty scary.
I wonder if there was time for us to correct clues somewhere to keep hitting our land drops. They're just being way more efficient than we are.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about just Garrick and then 0 him, and then the turn after we can try and kill this maybe, or
it's gonna go to 2 loyalty. Maybe we start with cracking a clue. Look for some removal spells. Or we could just actually just kill this ooze now with the Garrick.
Okay.
Maybe they... Yeah, so we don't actually just die to the shark right away. Okay, that's good.
We also have this Murderous Rider over here that we can play to try and gain some life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep. They didn't want to just go for the kill.
Okay, so yes, I think so. Maybe just crack clues first. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
I'm just gonna play our spells, I think.
Sure. And eat that removal spell.
Well,
it actually doesn't. Okay, yeah.
You have to pay 1 mana to like choose. But yeah.
That thing just does 2 or less anyway, right? So we actually don't care about it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that one we care about.
Oh, that's go away.
Okay, not just dead. No, we are because it's a decay. Okay.
No, we're
Go
not
to
dead.
1.
Yeah, we go to 1. Yeah. Their things were more efficient. They didn't want to. Okay.
Didn't want
They're
to
gonna
do that.
plus. They're gonna plus.
They go to for the ultimate.
Should have attacked, probably. Okay. Nice.
Okay, that's a good one.
Eat their Emrakul. Do this. Crack a clue. Probably just playing that.
Probably, yeah.
Plussing on the shark.
Yep.
Expect them to ultimate this and try to mill us. Kind of now.
Yeah.
If they switch, they could switch gears and abrupticate this scavenging ooze. Doesn't seem super great for them to do at this point. Especially since we could just get back to Liliana. So have to abrupticate Liliana. Vraska would be great to draw, gain some life off of that. That's pretty good.
That's a 5/5 shark. Okay, exile
that was
that.
like even better for that. It's a little bit annoying when they like make you like click for like when you have no choice. Alright, we probably went wrong somewhere in here.
Okay, let's crack some clues. I think we could have waited on the land.
Okay, well, let's think about thinning, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that would have been good to lay in the land, huh?
Okay. Fatal push?
It's looking like it doesn't, like...
Well, so we could fatal push and
we don't have enough, this costs 5.
shrink. Right, yeah. Alright, that's not good enough.
That is.
Okay, so they can flashback. Oh, yeah.
So we shrink this and we fatal push this.
Or yeah, that.
And then they
Okay,
flash
so they
back.
pair thing,
Abrupt
and then they hit
decay.
us for 3.
But no, but then we get them with this thing.
Oh yeah, so we just do that now, right?
Just let them target it. Like if they're going to try.
Oh yeah. Oh, you target it. Sure. Okay, that's good. Oh, all right. They're going for the emblem.
Well, I'm just gonna do this.
Sure.
Oh, it's target player though. Target opponent. Okay. Okay. Hello. Can't block that. No. How do I?
Yeah, just click it again. Click it again.
Thank you. Okay. I have to kill this.
Yep. He only makes them for non-tokens, I think.
Yeah, he does. That's true.
Okay. And then we used our Lily on it, right? Okay, we can play that. So, okay.
Should have plus that first, but oh, I guess it's not flipping. Yeah, of course.
So we're drawing trophy. Yeah,
Not anymore.
Yep. Okay, that's good.
Does I have a fatal push for this? Nope.
Okay.
Yes. Draw that.
That's a good one. Oh, they mill us? We can draw it in response if you want. Hmm.
I just wanted to make sure I got the land.
Okay. One more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we don't want to attack
No.
because they could just double block. So do have 12 cards in library, unfortunately.
Yeah, so if they have spells, we need to kill them quickly.
Seems like they have something. Oh, sure, milling. Or they're gonna thin. Yeah. Okay.
I'll kill this Cletus now.
Mm-hmm. And we're drawing a card too, and we have
We're
to.
drawing lands, yeah.
And they mill us with that. This is all a lot to deal with.
Yeah, I think we went wrong somewhere.
So I think the major issue was we didn't draw enough removal early.
Yeah,
We got behind their Jace and whatnot. Like you were saying, that one turn, they were being a lot more efficient than we were.
Yeah, they drew pretty well too. Like, well, kind of a disappointing finish. Losing to a lot of decks that I feel like I've been beating a lot too. So probably just a little bit of variance in the lands, and in those matchups against the blue whites and the Jeskai decks, I felt like, and in this one, I think
was pretty close.
I think there's probably somewhere that we could have played a little bit differently that would have prevented this series of events. Maybe got a little bit confident, and they did draw well and had good answers to things. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you're here, thanks for sticking it out to the end. I hope that you enjoyed it despite our 2-3 finish. And let me know if you've got any great ideas. We will be watching the comments. If you have your own list that you've been doing well with in green black, I'd love to hear about them, about whatever spicy content you've got going on, and I'll probably be playing more green black in the future, some variations on this. And if somebody sends me something that looks interesting and they tell me it's doing good, I might try something like that as well.
Sounds good. Until next time, guys.